My obedient family, as it dey hot, it don't happen. No, one AU border consultant, a hardy PDP statesman, he don't turn obedient. He say he wants to support the blessing of Peter Obi to save Nigeria and to save his family. And this is a good news to us. And please, let's share this good news. Share this video so that when this man talk, so because this man talk wetin make am turn obedient. Share this video so that make people go know wetin make am turn obedient, and go say convince people to turn obedient, to begin support this our movement. So please, obedient family, share this video, comment your opinion. When I hear this man get to talk, and wetin make am turn obedient, wetin convert am, when I watch am.
I owe Nigeria, and the way to pay back is to think beyond myself, think beyond my party, think beyond my ethnic group, and look at where Nigeria could have been. Yes, a new Nigeria, I believe from the bottom of my heart, it is possible. But for that to be possible, we need to change the way we think. We need to relieve ourselves of party, ethnic, religious, and any other parochial restriction. We say that the future belongs to the youth. A time has come for us to listen to those we say the future belongs to. And what are they saying today? Presently, we find preponderance of them in a movement called obedient movement. This movement has nothing to do with any party. I am very convinced that if Nigerian Constitution had allowed somebody to emerge outside a party, we wouldn't be talking of a party. We would only be talking of this movement and the person that we believe that can give us the new Nigeria we are talking about. So I believe a new Nigeria is possible. Nigeria can begin to realize that potential which we had in 1960 and which has remained a mirage. But I'm an optimist. It can happen. And 2023 is a potential date for that to happen if we all play our part and use our PVC rationally for the betterment of our dear country, Nigeria.
I'm hearing you already talking about the obedient movement, which is what you hear on the street, supermarkets, everywhere you turn. Obedient, obedient. So are you telling me, even though you're a card-carrying member of PDP, are you then telling me you are Labour Party? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not Labour Party. I remain a committed member of PDP. But as I mentioned, there's a point in your life when you begin to think beyond yourself. And once you begin to think beyond yourself, it means you begin to think beyond your ethnic group, beyond your party, and belong with any parochial organization that you may belong to. Today, we need a new Nigeria. And for us to have a new Nigeria, I repeat, we must listen to the youth. Because the new Nigeria belongs to them. Some of us, I don't know how long we'll still be here. I was in school, university, when 50 kobo, I can eat whatever I like for 3 square meals. Good meals, very good meals. Today, what do we have? ASU is on strike for 7 good months, and the Minister of Education is being given a national honor. Can we continue that way? So I am saying, yes, I belong to PDP and I'm still committed to them. So just to give you one, I can take Nigeria, can take our state, can take our senatorial district, can take our constituency, local government forward. And that is what I intend to do going forward.
It seems as if all the youth and the people that are saying obedient, useful, they are behind Peter Obi. Just because the young people, the future belongs to them and they are all obedient.
If I come to my state and my senatorial zone is represented by a PDP candidate, and that candidate has done well, I will still support that candidate. So I think we have come to a point, and this obedient movement has told us that, because majority of the obedient movement members are not card-carrying members. So they have now told us, they have now shown us that we must look beyond our party, look at the person that is presented by each of every party, and decide on who we think can take Nigeria, can take our state, can take our senatorial district, can take our constituency, local government forward. And that is what I intend to do going forward.
It seems as if all the youth and the people that are saying obedient, useful, they are behind Peter Obi. Just because the young people, the future belongs to them and they are all obedient, and then you are saying we should. That's why you're crossing party lines to follow the movement to bring a person like Obi. What are the things you see in Peter Obi? Could it be that it maybe is the tribal sentiment, sectional sentiment, and you hail from Anambra, Couldn't it be hidden behind you that, let me, for this time, let me cross party lines and vote my own countryman or somebody from my area? So, sorry, I may be wrong, but we need to hear, because some people may be asking that maybe it's still the hidden sentiment.
Yes, that is a pertinent question. You will realize that when I was introducing myself, I said that I'm a proud Nigerian from Anambra State, in that order, and deliberately so, because I consider my success a product of the Nigerian state. Now, for me to begin to support the obedient movement, and by extension, Mr. Peter Obi, I considered basically two different sets of things.
Okay.
One is his governance of my state, Anambra State. The other one is his vision, which I've listened to. Starting from his vision, I'll come back to my state, how he governed my state. I was so much persuaded when he said that the large vast of land that Nigeria has in northern part of Nigeria will become the second oil for Nigeria. As soon as I heard that, I remember Netherlands. Netherlands is a very small country, very small. It's maybe less than one of the states in Nigeria. But what it gains, what it expels, what it gains from foreign exchange, from agriculture, is enormous. And I visualize what could happen if he does that in the northern part of Nigeria. Because one thing I could also do is to bring prosperity to that part of the country. And if prosperity comes to that part of the country, Boko Haram banditry will become a thing of the past. Two, he had talked about education. And I look at myself. Without education, I wouldn't have achieved what I have today. And so, and coming back, relating that to my state, the issue of security. When Peter Obi became the governor of Anambra State, security in Anambra State was in a very precarious state. In a space of 2 years, Anambra State became very peaceful, and people can come there and invest and live. And you know, Anambra State, we like to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
And we go home every Christmas to do that. And we were able to do that throughout the period. And coming back to education, you know that Anambra people are being made fun of as these are traders. We don't go to school any longer, we are just traders. But when Obi came, he reversed that. He made them understand that Anambra are not only business people, that they also go to school. And not only that they go to school, that they do well. For 3 consecutive years, Anambra State remained top as far as WASC examination is concerned. So I have no doubt in my mind that if this person with a legacy of performance and a vision that persuades me that that is the type of a new Nigeria that I want, that at that point in time, I must ask myself, must I restrict myself to a party or look forward where I want Nigeria to be? And because I believe in a new Nigeria is possible, and I see him as somebody with that potential, I cannot decide to be obedient.
Yeah.
Next year, the time is up. I'll take it that next year, the election you're going to have next year will not be about, remember, it is not about tribe, no religion, not connection, not entitlement. It must be election about character, competence, capacity, and commitment to deliver.
I was surprised to hear you say that initially when the whole obedient movement started, that people from Mr. Obi's state and the Igbos were not they were not enthusiastic, they were not excited about it. It's as if they are latecomers into the movement. Can you bring some light? Igbos not be in the forefront of the movement?
Yes, that's a very good question, especially when the Igbos were people clamoring for an Igbo president.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say about my people, especially from Anambra State, we don't jump
so
easily, irrespective of where the person comes from. So we needed to look at what, yes, we know what he did, but we need to first hear what his vision is. We also have to listen to other Nigerians, because we know only Igbo people cannot make an Igbo man a president, because we are not, the person is not running for an Igbo president, only for a Nigerian president. So we needed to make sure that one, that his vision aligns with our vision of a better Nigeria, because you know Igbo people will compete.
Yeah.
So what we want is a nation where the level playing ground is there for anyone to compete, and we saw that. We also saw that he has support from northern, southern Nigeria, and most importantly, that the one very important segment of the Nigerian society, the youth, are in support. So all this aggregated to now make it imperative that in addition to having what we've been clamoring for, this person has the support of other Nigerians. So we have to create, we have to become obedient.
Wow. Now, let me just touch on something. Even though I understand what you're saying, Mr. Uzo, as the current serving president of Ohanese,
Patron.
The patron,
Yes.
Serving patron,
Yes.
Of Ohanese in Namibia, and I believe you also have connections with the ones back home. Looking at that and going forward, how do you see? Is this just something you feel may just be after Obi, then what next? Because there have been agitation for the Biafran state, and some are still pushing, and they are scared, thinking that when Obi comes, he's going to create a Biafran state. You know, so some people may be out there asking and saying they're just hiding this thing from us. Because I have been asked, they're asking me, Dr. Haruna, why are you being used by these Southerners? Then one day they will just come and create a Biafran state, take over the nation, then we are left hanging in the air. So are you so sure that it's not a secret plan for a Biafran state? And you are talking Nigeria, but some are saying they don't want Nigeria. They say there's no Nigeria, they want Biafra.
I'm campaigning not to be an Igbo president. I'm campaigning to be Nigerian president. So this is not an Igbo president. Just like I tell people, don't vote for me because I'm an Igbo man. Don't vote for me because I'm a Christian. Vote for me because I'm the most qualified, competent.
Yes. You see, the clamor for Biafra is a product of both perceived and real marginalization. When you have a people as vibrant as Ndibo and their youth feeling marginalized, I think these things are real. But one thing I want to tell you is that in our Republican nature, I will say, most Ndibo believe that belonging to that state called Nigeria is to the interest of Ndibo. What we are asking for, that's why you find that our elite supports restructuring. Because we believe that that gives an opportunity for each group to develop at their own pace. We know what we achieved when the true federalism was operational immediately after independence. So I can also tell you that Obi is a capitalist with investment outside Igbo land. Will you want to destroy what he has built? No.
It's true.
We come to Abuja, we come to Lagos, we come to your state.
Yeah.
We have Igbos investing what they have not done in Igbo land. They will only destroy that.
No.
So I think it's the scaremongering by those who do not want Nigeria to move forward.